I don't think there's any doubt that the cell phone is one of the most important innovations in the past 50 years. Love them or hate them, I'm sure you, just like us, use yours every day. But here's the rub. A cell phone is basically useless if you don't have cell service. So the question becomes, is a cell phone a good emergency communication tool if you're riding somewhere cell signal is non-existent? The fact is, off-road riders of all kinds find themselves in places like this all the time. I mean, you don't plan your ride around areas you know you're going to get cell service, do you? What off-road enthusiasts need is a reliable communication device that will get service no matter where you are or what the weather conditions look like. And that's where SpotX comes in. But if you're riding in the backcountry like we are today, or planning a long tour that's going to take you through a lot of areas with sketchy cell service, you need to hear what I'm about to say. The difference between SpotX and a smartphone is that SpotX doesn't rely on the limited range of conventional cell tower technology like cell phones do. When you turn the device on, you're connecting with satellites, which means you can get reliable service pretty much anywhere on the planet. Think about this. If you're way out in the boondocks, where a lot of off-road riders frequently find themselves, you can easily and quickly connect to emergency services, and thanks to the two-way communication capabilities of the Spot, you can describe exactly what your emergency is and track your responder's progress. On top of all that, you can also keep in touch with friends and family when out on the trails. There's even a system that allows you to be continuously tracked in 2, 5, 10, 30, or 60-minute intervals, so you can view your trail routes in your online account. There are also great tracking and waypoint maps available in high-res JPEG format to help you utilize the tracking and mapping features on your SpotX. The way SpotX is set up, you can make contact with any cell phone or email address pretty much anywhere on Earth. Now I say pretty much because there are some extremely remote areas, like say in the middle of the ocean, where you're only going to get one-way contact. But for off-road riders, being in the middle of the ocean is not a big deal. Anywhere we'll find ourselves in North America or Europe, you're going to get full two-way service. If there is ever an emergency, you don't even need to dial. With SpotX's one-button SOS system, you can get access 24/7 to search and rescue teams, stay in contact with them, and track the progress of the team as they're on their way to you. It's that easy. There's a flap on the front of the device that covers the emergency SOS button. Just lift the flap and hold the button down for 3 seconds and a search and rescue center is alerted to your location. Why a flap, you might ask? It's to prevent accidental activation and false alarm, which is a big no-no and something to be cautious of because emergency services will be on their way to you in a hurry. Alternately, you can avoid the button altogether and just reach the SOS alert on screen from the SpotX main menu. Now this brings up an important point. The usefulness and effectiveness of your SpotX device is entirely dependent on the purchase of one of their plans, just like your cell phone. It would be accurate to say that without a plan, this device and all of its benefits are basically useless. So check out the findmespot.ca website to get details on subscribing using one of their tailored plans as soon as you get your SpotX. They even offer flex plans, so you only pay for service during the months that you're actually using the device. On top of all this, SpotX is tough as nails and is both water and dust resistant. Because the SpotX is linked to satellites, you can enter waypoints when you first start your trip to keep you headed in the right direction. And while this device is not a full-on GPS navigator, this is a very GPS navigator-like feature that can give you and your family extra confidence when you're way out there. While we do think a SpotX makes sense for everyone, it's not likely that everyone in your riding group is going to have one, though we definitely think they should. When riding in a big group where not everyone has a SpotX, the most effective way to use the units you do have is to put one at the front of the group and one at the back. That way, you're covered if anything bad does happen, and you can rest assured your group will be able to communicate at all times. For all the latest offers from Spot, check out www.findmespot.ca. Safety should be the most important consideration for any off-road rider, regardless of riding discipline or skill level. And we think a SpotX with an appropriate plan that matches your needs is the best way to be fully prepared for any breakdown or emergency, anytime, any place. It just makes sense. Thanks for watching this segment of Dirt Tracks TV. For more great content, make sure you click the links or subscribe to our channel where we're always updating with new content every day throughout the week.